In 2017, Amaral et al.'s cross-sectional study of 549 Portuguese college students observed the relationship between sleep difficulties, such as difficulty initiating sleep, difficulty staying asleep, and early morning awakenings, with increased levels of perceived stress. The researchers concluded the relationship between poor sleep quality and perceived stress has a significant impact on negative affect and maladaptive cognitive emotional regulation strategies, like ruminating over stressors and self-blame.
A cross-sectional analytical study published in 2016 surveyed college students in Mexico to better understand sources of academic stress and psychophysiological manifestations. The study concluded that there is a meaningful association between physiological manifestations and academic stress situations. Manifestations associated with academic stress in college students included concentration and memory problems, mental block, drowsiness, despair, restlessness, and feelings of anxiety and depression. Specific situations that were identified as sources of stress for college students were taking an exam, making a presentation, attending tutoring sessions, class participation, academic overload, and mandatory group work. These situations were linked to a common stress response as reported by participants.
A systematic review of the evidence published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics was performed to analyze the association between stress and/or anxiety and increased adiposity and BMI in college students. The researchers discussed the evidence by categorizing the articles depending on whether they discussed the effects of stress or anxiety. The researchers noted that a stress response elevates circulating cortisol, which increases the intake of food, particularly unhealthy foods. 25 articles were evaluated by 2 reviewers. These included observational studies. There were 23 cross-sectional studies and 2 longitudinal studies. The results from the systematic review were determined to be inconclusive on the direct association between obesity and stress due to the high level of variation between the articles.
Additionally, a study on the correlates of depression, anxiety, and stress published in the Journal of Affective Disorders that analyzed surveys from 374 college students showed that juniors in college experience the most stress and anxiety. Most colleges have good support systems in place for freshmen, however, fail to support upperclassmen under the presumption that they have been able to adapt to college life. They fail to identify that junior year is the most academically challenging year. This academic pressure is associated with increased stress, anxiety, and depression.
I was never this stressed freshman year. I don't know how I'm ever going to make it to graduation.
A 2016 study in which 127 college students participated in journaling for 14 nights, the relationships between stress, affect, and health behaviors were observed. The study revealed that chronic stress, like the stress the student is feeling by being in her 3rd year of college, working, having a family life, and a social life, has a significant association with daily maladaptive behaviors that include altered sleep. The study was looking at other maladaptive behaviors, including diet and substance use. When her stress was acute, like her first A&P exam freshman year, it was helpful and not significantly associated with maladaptive health behaviors. But now that everything is compounded, she's starting to feel this stress and her health-related behaviors are worsening.
The Journal of Affective Disorders study also shows that top stressors include academic performance, post-graduation plans, relationships with friends and family, and pressure to succeed academically.
Hi, I'm really busy. I can't talk right now. I gotta go.
Wait, I just wanted to see if you could get lunch.
College degrees are considered a key to success in today's society. While maintaining supportive relationships with friends is important, it often can become an additional stressor to students who are struggling to keep up academically. An inability to deal with this stress is often correlated with anxiety and depression.
Emotional regulation related to stress is often challenging for college students, and yoga has been shown to help reduce stress and improve mindfulness, which is related to emotional regulation. Emotional suppression is linked to an increase in sympathetic nervous system activation and decreased positive emotional experience. A study done by Patel et al. In 2018 explored the use of mindfulness techniques in college students. The study showed significant reduction in emotional suppression with this type of yoga practice. This indicates an improvement in students' ability to better understand their emotions and communicate them. Mindfulness practice in college students is an effective method for preventing anxiety and depression. It also improved attention, optimism, and self-esteem. The impacts of stress can be detrimental for college students, and learning how to regulate and improve emotional health is an important strategy for students to be successful.